The most devastating drugs in the world. Fentanyl. This drug is a real scourge in the United States, claiming tens of thousands of victims every year. One person dies from it every 7 minutes on average, and it is even the leading cause of death among Americans aged 18 to 49, ahead of road accidents or deaths by firearm. Among the famous victims are rappers Mac Miller, Lil Peep, and the singer Prince. Originally created to relieve the pain of cancer patients, this powerful painkiller from the synthetic opioid category is 50 times more deadly than heroin and 100 times more than morphine. Just 2 milligrams are enough to kill, which is about the amount that fits on the tip of a pen. This is why the risk of overdose is very high. When used as a drug, fentanyl causes euphoria, a profound feeling of well-being, but also a strong physical and psychological dependence. Overprescribed for years, fentanyl has made thousands of people dependent. Since then, it has entered the illegal market, which has exploded with the restrictions imposed by the American authorities. Produced cheaply in laboratories, it is mixed with other drugs by traffickers to create addiction. Not the most honorable way of creating a loyal clientele. Crocodile. Considered the most dangerous drug in the world, this substance can kill anyone who takes it from the very first injection. And while its name may make you smile, it is called crocodile for very specific and much less funny reasons. At the injection area, the skin becomes necrotic, thick and greenish, a bit like the skin of the reptile of the same name. Then muscles, bones, and organs start to decompose. Gangrene, blood poisoning, meningitis, or rotting await those who consume it, who are promised certain death in atrocious suffering. The problem is the ingredients it contains. Heroin and codeine blended with iodine and gasoline, mixed with paint thinner, all combined thoroughly with red phosphorus. A highly toxic cocktail that condemns its consumers to a life expectancy of 3 years maximum. But what are the effects of crocodile? After an ecstatic phase, this drug causes a feeling of well-being and relaxation that lasts barely 2 hours. But don't panic. This poor man's heroin, as it is known because of its very low price, is found mainly in Russia, where it was created in the early 2000s. The devil's breath. Also known as scopolamine, it is a substance found in several plants, such as those of the Datura genus, which act on the central nervous system. This drug is capable of blocking memorization but also free will, transforming those who take it into zombies who accept whatever is done to them without retaining a single memory. Devil's breath is very often used to sexually assault or rob victims of their money. He just blew something in my face, and I laughed, nothing more. I don't remember what happened next, a British man traveling in Hong Kong told AFP. The next day, this British victim had no recollection and $8,500 missing from his bank account. In the form of an odorless and tasteless powder, it can also be dissolved in drinks and go unnoticed. With this drug, the risk of overdose is very high and can kill the victim in a few minutes. And when they survive, they risk psychiatric after effects. It is often said that scopolamine makes you crazy. Mainly present in Colombia, it was originally used for shamanic rites. In 2022 alone, around 1,000 cases of theft involving the use of so-called zombie drugs were reported in the country. But don't rejoice too quickly. Scopolamine has been spotted recently in a series of robberies. The perpetrators had managed to accumulate nearly $90,000 and various jewelry items. But hey, while these drugs may be impressive, you should know that the worst drug of all is alcohol. Yes, if we add up the damage to the individual and to society, it is this legal drug that comes out on top, ahead of heroin and crack. Why? Well, it's accessible, addictive, wreaks havoc on health, increases road fatalities, and is very expensive in terms of healthcare, social services, and imprisonment. Something to ponder before your next casual drink.